Hi, Tamal. Welcome to the banking show. We are very close to the budget now. Tomorrow is the budget day. And in your column also this week, you are talking about the upcoming interim budget. To start with, what are your big expectations from the budget?
Thanks, Ruchika. It's an interim budget. You have said this. So if you ask me, I don't expect too many things. Budget would not create too much of noise. The real budget will happen later in July. For the time being, I think all of us expect that our finance minister will stick to the fiscal consolidation part. But I mean, she has committed. So what does it mean? The current year fiscal deficit 5.9%, which the budget had estimated would be achieved, and the next year, that is fiscal year 2025 fiscal deficit, I would think that it's 5.2, between 5.2 and 5.3, and by 26 the glide path says that you will achieve 4.5, which means 70 basis point drop in the current year and the next year. So that's going to happen. Of course, the disappointment is the divestment program, which the budget had envisaged. It's not happening, the kind of money. But on the other side, we have seen the direct tax. I mean, the tax inflow is more than what we expected. So it's a balancing act. But I will only look for this fiscal consolidation path, and I'm sure this budget will not disappoint us on that ground.
You've talked about disinvestment. That is something that has been on the agenda as far as the banking sector goes. We have not seen much action on the privatization of the two public sector banks that had to happen. Can you take us through what's happened there?
Yeah, that's what I had written about it. When it comes to the banking sector, it's very often what happens with budget promises, but it doesn't happen, or it takes too long. For instance, the first budget of this century, when the finance minister Yashwant Singh spoke about bringing down the government stake to 33%. Did it happen? It did not happen. Okay, it has not happened. Instead, what we have seen, the consolidation of banking sector. I mean, the public sector banking, and there the consolidation was never on the budget agenda. It's outside the budget. But 2 years back, finance minister announced that two public sector banks will be privatized, and also IDBI will be privatized. Now, this is not a part of the the privatization program or disinvestment program where the government wants the money to support its to contain the fiscal deficit. It's not that. It's essentially government has understood that it should not run too many banks, should not own too many banks, and the other side of it is this. If you see historically, the government has been paying my money, taxpayer money, in terms of capital infusion to keep the banking sector alive and kicking. So government does not want to do that. And our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi himself said that government has no business to be in the business of running businesses. So that's what happened, and Air India took so long. I would like to believe this is a pretty sensitive issue. Now the speculation is on when does it happen, when is it going to happen, which are the two banks, etc. Last time we heard almost, I think, 10 months back, when the one of the bureaucrats had said that the process is on, and there is speculation on that it's been kept, it's been shelved. It's not the case. It's on, and that but how long it will be on, we have been hearing it. And the same thing about IDBI bank privatization, which is relatively easier because government has already offloaded bulk of its stake to LIC. Now the intention is to bring down LIC stake as well as government stake and get a private investor for 60% stake. But that has not happened as yet. So I would like to believe that it is little sensitive, particularly the banking privatization. So this budget will not say much about it. Probably the post-election budget will take it forward.
Of course, we will come to post-election budget when it happens. But before that, very close to the budget, we have the RBI Monetary Policy that will come. To what extent do you think RBI will take forward the agenda set by the budget, and what would it mean in terms of the policy itself?
Yeah, this is what always happens, that Reserve Bank of India policy, in fact, ever since RBI has gone into 6 bi-monthly monetary policies and MPC meetings. So the budget and the last policy of the fiscal year, actually it's go one after another. And that's what we say. First is budget and eighth is the RBI policy. Now, will RBI have anything to do much with the budget? I'm not very sure. The RBI's task is cut out. I think the status quo will continue. Of course, the liquidity deficit in the current scenario has gone up. It's over 3 trillion. It had gone up. RBI. Will RBI change stance and make it neutral? Not even that. I would like to believe the status quo will continue because inflation is not yet contained, and RBI has repeatedly from different forum, RBI governor has been saying that inflation, we need to contain inflation on a durable basis.
So fiscal deficit is something that obviously, as you pointed out, you are hopeful that the government will stick to the target, and hopefully we will see some more action on the pending banking sector reforms, as well as you said, that the budget will not disappoint. Thank you so much, Tamal, for sharing your insights today. We will see you next week.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
I am the blue of the limitless sky. I am the inspiration that led success soar high. I will achieve, I will fly high. I am the I in SBI.
I'm backed by the nation's trusted bank, SBI, the banker to every Indian.